This man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Ja, Mr. Blake, was fehlt Ihnen?
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Die Krankenakte, das wäre eigentlich auch erstmal gut.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
Und woher kommt er?
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will.
Okay.
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Im Moment leider noch nicht, aber wir untersuchen ihn natürlich.
Very well. I'll examine him.
So, gucken wir mal hier. Ach so, Piers kommen wir ja gerade gar nicht zu. Hier haben wir nix. Orte hier. Was haben wir denn hier? Wohnsitz der Sanders, das kennen wir ja. Namenlose Buchhandlung. Eine solche Sammlung von Werken zu Magie und Okkultismus habe ich noch nie gesehen. Algernon Drake, der Besitzer, rühmt sich damit, eine Koryphäe auf dem Gebiet esoterischer Phänomene zu sein. Die Buchhandlung wurde bei einem Einbruchsversuch durchwühlt. Im Hinterzimmer befindet sich ein Tresor, der durch ein uraltes Symbol geschützt ist. Also der Dolch, dieser außergewöhnliche Dolch, osmanischen Ursprungs, stammt wahrscheinlich aus dem 16. Jahrhundert. Er trägt das Symbol der Alten auf dem Heft. Angeblich gehört der Pargali Ibrahim Pascha, Großvisier am Hofe Suleiman, dem Prächtigen. Die Legende besagt, dass Pargali das Symbol auf dem Dolch benutzte, um den Hof vor einer Kreatur zu schützen, die sich in den Spiegeln des Palastes bewegte. Sicher ist, dass Suleiman seinen Visier hat hinrichten lassen. Fürchtet er ihn nach dieser Demonstration der Macht? Das Gemälde war in der Galerie von Francis Sanders ausgestellt, aber ich glaube, die Kreatur benötigt es nicht länger, um sich fortzubewegen. Zuletzt wollte Sanders in den Kellern der Riverside Institute erledigen. Ich weiß nicht, wo dieses Wesen herkommt, aber fest steht, es hat Hunger. Habe ich es erfolgreich in seine Welt zurückgeschickt? Ich bin mir nicht sicher. Ja. Also, das kennen wir ja. Ich will gern auf Piers. die spielen wir jetzt gerade, ne? Die Freundin von Officer Bradley, die spielen wir gerade.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
Ich weiß gar nicht, wovon die geredet hat.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Er hat was im Bauch, der Zustand seiner Glieder ist besorgniserregend, er ist stark dehydriert.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Dann packt ihn in ein Therapiebad. Und außerdem, ich sehe nirgendwo eine Infusion.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Er verwandelt sich.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was mir...
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Ich glaube, sie sollte sich besser raushalten, sonst ist sie die Nächste.
Don't you get involved in this. You've done enough already.
But doctor, this man is dying.
There's nothing we can do about it. He's in the hands of Dr. Fuller. Do you wish to end up like Elizabeth? With a diploma from Nightingale and the chores of a cleaning lady?
No, you're right.
Let me do my own investigation. It's time I found those missing files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mom.
Ich wollte dem noch gar nichts sagen von den Akten. So. Ich fand ein Buch im Tresor des Buchhändlers. Irgendwas stimmt damit nicht. Es roch nach... ist das echt das? Aber... Okay, kapiere ich jetzt gerade nicht, aber okay. Warum wir jetzt trotzdem die Mission vom Pierce haben? In Fullers Büro gelangen, aber wir sollten uns erst nochmal hier ein bisschen umgucken.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Okay. Wie sieht's hier aus? Ihm scheint es ganz gut zu gehen. Er ist am Schlafen.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Heufieber. Keine Ahnung, was das ist. Es wurden keine Akten verbrannt.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
Hä?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out. I'll just sleep a bit more.
Na gut. Dann gut's Nächtle.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Warum ist die denn jetzt im Krankenhaus? In der Akte wird der Zustand beschrieben, in dem Irene Sanders im Riverside Institut eingeliefert wurde, sowie die verabreichten Behandlungen. Fuller fügt handschriftlich eine Notiz hinzu. Er empfiehlt, sie in den psychiatrischen Flügel zu verlegen, um ihr die Ruhe und Erholung zu geben, die sie benötigt.
Mrs. Sanders?
Ja, der psychiatrische Flügel ist doch hoffentlich nicht der Keller, oder?
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Der auch.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Hier können wir nicht lesen. Er wurde sogar mal... Was ist mit den Händen? Sind das Tätowierungen? Der Mund ist auch ganz vernarbt und blutig.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Hoffentlich war das richtig. Gibt's hier sonst noch was? Nein. Oh, ob die Krankenhäuser wirklich so aussahen früher. Nie mit beschäftigt. Aber kann ich mir gut vorstellen.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Ja, dann nimm ihn doch
The
mit.
key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Dann nimm ihn doch mit.
The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Was haben wir hier? Boah, ernsthaft. Hier wird gekocht. Oh, die sind doch schon komplett im Arsch. Oh, die Äpfel sehen aber gut aus.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Davon würde ich nichts essen, nein.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Oh, Medizinkunde und geheime Wissenschaften. Dieses höchst interessante Buch, das für ein breites Publikum geschrieben wurde, zeigt, wie anerkannte Wissenschaften die moderne Medizin beeinflusst haben. Magnetismus, überlieferte Geheimnisse, chinesische Akupunktur, Hypnose, Kräuterkunde, Alchemie und viele andere haben zu Beginn des Jahrhunderts in gewisser Weise die Medizinkunde bereichert. Oh, hier ist wieder so ein Gang.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Was?
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Also Tücken, nicht Lücken. Was sind denn das hier für Stühle?
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Ach, hier ist unser... Ja gut, hier sind wir. Hier war ich schon drin. Machen wir mal wieder zu.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Schön Beruhigungsmittel mal wieder. El Uomo del Quente. Diese pseudowissenschaftliche Abhandlung von Cesar Lombroso setzt die Morphologie eines Menschen in Kontext zu dessen krimineller Veranlagung. Die Ernsthaftigkeit der Studie und die Genauigkeit der Demonstrationen können einen uninformierten Leser täuschen.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, and Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Was haben wir denn hier?